Hello, all gamers report. All gamers report in the nearby area. Is the mic working? Let's go. You might be saying, oh my god, Hondro Perk, when the hell are you gonna play a video game? Didn't you start this channel playing video games? Stop it. Okay, listen. I'm gonna play video games. Alright. I just haven't had any good ones to play. Listen, man. Today's not a time for games. What I'm about to talk about with you today is no joke. Alright? Alright? As you can see, this is super serious because we have the winter fire over here. You see, it's a fire, but it's in a snowy, mountainous winter biome. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about why that's like that. Today, we're going to do a little story time video. And this one is not, hold your horses. This one is not going to be as, bad as the hospital video. This one is on some, The Revenant, life or death. Bitch, I'm about to die. Alright, but not to spoil anything. I want to talk to you guys about my experience on Death Mountain. Alright, so on this adventure, I got my 3 guys, but one of them couldn't make it. So this time around, unlike last time where it was all 4 of us, this time it was just 3. It was me, Carter from my hospital video. Yes, I worked with him at the hospital too. And Silas, aka Saintly Silas. Keep track, okay? We drive about 4 hours away, and we're excited. We're hopping around, we're listening to music, we're dancing. It's time to get active. We about to be in the mountains for a week. And we conquered the last one, so why wouldn't we conquer this one? We would soon learn from this mistake. Overconfidence. We were a little too overconfident and unprepared for what this next mountain was, because we did level up. We went up another level. But as you may remember, I said it was at the beginning of 2025. And at the beginning of 2025, the area I live in, there were several heavy snowstorms. Big whoop. The snow melted at my house before we went on the trip, so we was all good. We drive 4 hours away, and we noticed that the mountain is covered in snow. And this isn't just any mountain, okay? This is a mountain in the middle of nowhere. I know most mountains are, but this one is just gone from anyone. And if I die on this mountain, nobody's coming. I don't even think I provided my family with the correct information to come find me. That is fatal flaw number 1. There's a lot more. So we get there, and we're driving through all these back roads. We could barely find our way because the map keeps lagging out. After so long, the snow starts getting deeper, like the roads aren't even plowed. And we're in my friend's little 2010 Toyota Camry, and we are fucked. We got there, we were prepared for some cold, but we weren't prepared for the snow. I'm not wearing snow boots. I'm not wearing snow-resistant clothing. Okay? I'm wearing cotton. Cotton, Egyptian cotton. And one thing about my top-tier Egyptian cotton is that it gets wet. And it does not dry. Especially if it is 30 degrees outside. So we finally get to the trailhead. The parking lot, we can barely get in the parking lot because it's like 2 feet of snow. We pretty much got our friend's car stuck, and we were like, okay, I guess this is where we're parking. In this parking lot, we run into this guy. This guy is a trail keeper, so he goes to the trail every once in a while and does the upkeep, the maintenance, getting the trees off of the track. And this guy tells us, hey boys, you boys ain't planning to climb up Death Mountain, are you? And we're like, yes sir. Yes sir, we are going up to Death Mountain. Yeah. And he goes, I think that's a big mistake. Are you boys aware of the storm that came through? Duh. It's fucking 2 feet of snow everywhere. I gotta be aware, right? This guy's like, trail's real messed up. It's not good for traveling. I'm just here to clear it up a little ways, but I haven't even got a quarter of the way up the trail to clear it yet. I don't know, boys. I don't know if you should do this. And we're like, yeah, whatever, you old fuck. Okay? We're going to Death Mountain, and we're gonna conquer it because we're not like you. So take your little scared ass somewhere else. And he walks up the trail. He goes on up the trail. So we get it all together. We're barely making it out the parking lot. Already I'm like, oh, we fucked up. We start going up this trail. This is supposed to be a 30-mile round trip. We're gonna be out here for days. In the snow. So we're walking up this trail. And because of the snow, it is like impossible. Listen, y'all might say, you're big back ass. Yeah, of course it's gonna be hard with your big back ass. Fuck you. But we do this operation when we go on the hikes that the most unfit is going in front to keep us at a pace where we can all continue. So my big ass is at the front, and we're just a couple guys walking around for real. So I'm leading the group, and we're walking up this mountain. It's, if you ever been on a mountain trail, it's curving all the way up the mountain. It's a zigzag. And we're going up, and we must have walked for about 6-7 hours. Don't. The first hour and a half in, we run into Mr. Warning from the parking lot. He's like, you boys are really doing this? This is as far as I've gotten, so past here, I don't know what you boys are gonna be running into. Swear to God. I swear to God. This dude was literally straight out of horror movie. And again, we're like, bro, we already up the mountain. You up here trying to scare people because you want the mountain for yourself, clearly. We continue. We take some breaks and stuff. And this is when I begin to notice that I'm not wearing the proper clothing because I'm sweating. We're hiking. And my wool cotton ass shirt is soaked. And it is not snowing, but the wind is blowing super hard. It's like 25 degrees out here. And it's blowing snow off of the treetops. And it's constant. So when you stop hiking and you take a second to cool down, you get cooled all the way the fuck down and you start freezing. Now, this should have spoke to me a little bit, but it didn't. It didn't. You know me, I'm a chronic CGI marijuana user, so we, all of us, so we were geeked up, bruh. We was not thinking about shit like that. We walking up this trail. Oh my God, this shit sucks. This shit sucks, but it's gonna be worth it when we get to camp. And we're walking up, and the whole time you're just looking down. And all I can see the whole time is these little birds was walking. The deers was walking. All these wildland animals were walking across the trail because you could see their little footsteps. And I was using that to stay distracted, because if I didn't, I was gonna pass the fuck out. So I was, trudging along, looking at these prints. I'm like, oh yeah, pretty sweet. Little deer tracks, little bird tracks. Keep that in the back of your mind. So after about 6 hours of hiking, I get to a point where I literally was like falling over. This is hours in the snow. And I'm honestly shocked I made it this far. But I stopped and I was like, guys, I'm done. I can't go any further. So my friends are like, okay, let's walk a little further, see if we can find a camp up here. Now we do 3 more zigzags, and we finally come across a pretty flat area, and we're like, oh, this is a pretty good spot. I think we could camp here. We're pushing through the brush, getting up to this spot, and we set our shit down, and it's like, all right, let's set up camp, bro, before we get too relaxed. The sun is starting to set as we get to camp. It's winter. It's setting pretty early. It's like 5 p.m. And we're like, oh, okay, let's get this set up. My friend got a new hot tent Silas got a hot tent, and he never set it up before. So he over there, he going to set his hot tent up. Me and my friend Carter, we decided to share a tent, and the other person carried like the other extra stuff, so we could like split the load, and we could just carry a bit less stuff. We set it up. Like I said, we're not wearing the proper gear. My entire outfit is wet, and it's only getting colder. My friend Carter's shoes are completely soaked from the snow, and Silas cannot get the fucking hot tent going, and it was trouble all around. And we're like, fuck, we can't get the hot tent up. We're all fucking wet. We need to that's what she said. We need to start a fire. And then this is when it starts clocking. Okay? That we are not fucking Bear Grylls. Okay? We are not outdoor boys. We are not ready. Everything is wet. And some of you might be saying, if you're wet and the snow is wet and everything is wet, then won't the wood you want to make a fire with be fucking wet, you stupid piece of I gotta calm down. This is bringing up traumatic memories. Okay? The fear hasn't set in yet, though. There's a little bit of worry because I'm like, God, nothing is working, and we need to get warm because we will freeze to death. The hot tent is not working. Even if it was set up, what dry sticks are we going to be using? There's none. So we try lighting a fire outside, and we get it about, like, literally, like, you see how big this is on the screen? This is literally how big it was. We had the smallest little fire, and we're all trying to fucking fight over it to be like, no, my shit's wet. We need to, I had a little camping chair, and I set it up, and it fucking broke. It broke. So I lost a beautiful chair, and I was now sitting on the wet snow, and I was like, this isn't okay. The sun is just about set. And I'm like, this won't work. So I'm sitting by the fire with Carter, and I'm like, listen, man, what do you say we form an alliance? Okay? Because I already know that Silas was not trying to leave because he's a real outdoorsman. So both of them are. Silas is like, fuck it, man, I'm ready to die out here. And I don't. So Carter's like, yeah, bro, we gotta talk to Silas. All right, cause we on the same page now. We gotta come to reality right now that we are not outdoor boys. Okay, so we go over to Silas. He's still trying to set up this tent, and we're like, yo, I indoctrinated Carter. We gave him the exact same speech, word for word. We're like, yo, the wind is blowing harder. More and more snow is coming down. We're fucked. And he's like, you right. And I could tell he's pissed off. Everybody was pissed off because nobody wanted to leave. And we all come to terms with it. And we're like, well, let's eat a little bit. Let's smoke. Let's go. All right? Because we might as well enjoy the walk back down. So we pack up our camp. And by the time it's all packed up and said and done, it is pitch black. It's pitch black, and the wind is blowing the hardest it ever has. It was the most frigid nighttime winter snow air I've ever felt in my life, on top of my wet clothes. And I had to lure these guys in, because on top of the we're about to die plot, I was like, and I'll drive the full way back. Oh, forgot to mention, we are not old enough to own guns at this point. The only gun we had was Silas's little fucking, at that point, little squirrel, like 22. That was it. And it was like one of those foldable little squirrel guns. That was it. And here's where the big problem arises. You know how I said we just ate at the camp before we left, and we smoked, and we did all these smelly activities? We were eating jerky sticks, bro. We were eating meat out there. After that's all done, we start heading out. We're going back down the trail. And you might remember, because I just told you like 5 minutes ago, so I hope so. All there was all the whole way up, looking down the whole time, is little bird tracks and little deer, small animal tracks. Tell me why we do one turn, two turn, and on the third one down, I'm walking, it's dark as fuck, I can barely see, but what I do see is the biggest fucking bear print I've ever seen in my life. It was a slightly larger than my hand, and it was the claws of the fucking velociraptor, okay? A bear in the mountains at night in the snow during winter. So that motherfucker is hungry, and he smells us up at camp smoking up and eating beef jerky. And I just so happened to track where the bear tracks went, and I see that it's heading straight to where we were camping. And these were not there right before we set up camp. So this bear was just here. All I know is that when I saw it, I stopped. And it was dead silent. All you can hear is the... I look down, and I'm like, yeah, is that a bear print? And everybody stops in their tracks, and everybody looks down at this bear print, and nobody says a word. We're all just sitting here in silence, and we see the biggest bear print ever. And if it could smell us up there, then it can probably smell the food that's in our pocket. Open. We all shit our pants collectively, and then we lock in, and we are doing double time down the mountain. We got, you know how I said it took like 6 hours to get up? Just about an hour to get back down. Goodbye. This is the longest hour of my life, dude, because every time I hear something snap, a twig snap, I'm like, again, we don't have no guns. All I have is a camping knife and my friend's little 22 that isn't even put together. Like, he's not even holding it. So we're pretty much fucked if this bear comes. One of us is dead, if not all of us. We're all aware, but pretty much this whole hour, none of us says a fucking word because we are too scared. And this is when my fear started playing tricks on me in my mind. I was seeing lights of houses very, very far away on different mountains, and in my little chud mind, okay, mind you, mind me, my mind, I'm like, oh my god, those are a bunch of cultists, and they're coming this way with torches. But we actually made it down the fucking mountain. And at first I thought we got lost because it was taking abnormally long, at least in my mind, to get back to the parking lot. But when we finally saw that parking lot, we were home free. Oh my god. Hallelujah. We made it back and we're alive. And we're walking and we're like, let's get to the car. And I'm in the parking lot. Mind you, this whole time I've been on my own 2 feet. I've been standing up in this terrible ass conditions. I made it up and down. No trips, no slips, no falls, baby. And I'm about 2 feet from this fucking car, and I straight on the fucking ground. Slipped like a fucking Mario Kart character on a banana peel. And I just remember landing, and then I went, fuck, mountain, the snow, the outdoors, the trees, the bears, the cold, the wind, the Lorax, the fairies, the fucking squirrels, everything. I was cursing everything. I lost my mind. To some people, that might be an overreaction. It might have just been a little slip. But after all that shit was absolutely devastating. We get in the car. I fulfill my promise of I will drive the whole way. It's the longest drive ever. It's the longest drive ever. And when we get back home, we call our other friend and we say, bro, come to the crib because we're fucking back. So we meet up at the crib, and for this trip, you know, we're top tier geekers. So we had enough weed to last us several weeks. and we were going to take care of it all in this little 4-5 day hiking trip. So we're like, what do we do with all this weed now? Guess we got to smoke it all. Let's go. Matter of fact, let me take one right now just for the culture. This is all CGI. Stand by.
Don't smoke. Don't take drugs.
We smoked it up. We had a good night. We even had tinctures and edibles. We took them all. I've never been more high in my life. Holy shit. Listen, if you enjoyed this video and you want some more storytime content, like this video, subscribe if you ain't, comment on it, tell me, Hondro, this is a fake story, you stupid bitch. Say whatever you want. Say whatever you want, but don't say I'm not a real geeker, because you'd be dead wrong on Death Mountain. Who the ducks? Actually, I feel like we should do something a little more snow themed, or bear themed. You know what? Cue the bear beating the shit out of a guy.